Okay, welcome back to another episode where I go over Nintendo news and what's currently happening with Nintendo. And today, we have a pretty sad story actually. And don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon, okay? And I believe a Pokemon Presents presentation is coming up next, which I'm really excited for. I'm definitely gonna do a reaction to that. It hasn't been officially announced, but it's heavily rumored to have another presentation for Pokemon Day coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to see that and see what they announce. Let me know y'all predictions in the comments. Um, but just a few minutes ago, I found this article, which is pretty disheartening, and it kind of shocked me, but at the same time, it's expected by Nintendo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the headline for y'all, and y'all can let me know what y'all think. Pokemon card store that made headlines after customers held at gunpoint is now hit by Nintendo requesting to rebrand. Pokecore is now the trainer court instead. Okay, so last month, a New York Pokemon card store was the focus of media attention after a armed burglary that involved its staff and customers being held at gunpoint. The incident prompted widespread shock and sympathy for the outlet, which lost $100,000 worth of stock in minutes. Because if y'all think about it, see, I collect Pokemon. I don't really have a huge collection like I know a lot of YouTubers do. But if you think about it, like the collectible market, as it becomes more and more valuable and people start to see more value in it, it's going to be more prone to like robberies. And I think this is a very sad direction that, like collectibles and like local card shops are moving towards. Because I have a card shop like right next to my house that I go to all the time. But like at what point do they have to hire security because these crazy people are like going in there and like putting people's lives at risk for like these cardboard. It's crazy. Like don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon, but it's starting to get scary out there, bro. Like y'all need to be safe. I hope my local card shops are safe. But if you think about it, they said $100,000 worth of product gone in minutes. If you think about it, some booster boxes are only worth like, or no, they are worth like over $10,000 sometimes, depending on the booster box. So they could just go in and out of there just instantly. That's how fast they needed that. They only needed just a few minutes in and out of there with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of product. Um, so you're telling me after this company got robbed and their customers held at gunpoint, instead of reaching out and offering help, Nintendo uses that publicity to send them a DMCA notice to rebrand their name. There is no way. You can't make this up. So you're telling me before the number of years or months that this Pokemon shop was in business, Nintendo turned a blind eye. But as soon as they get brutally robbed and potentially putting people's lives at risk, that's when Nintendo swoops in and just comes in with a DMCA notice. Oh yeah, you can't have Poke in your name. I know you guys just got robbed for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they held guns to your face and everything, but yeah, just now's a good time for you to rebrand your name, guys. Like, are you serious? There is no sympathy. There's no empathy from Nintendo. That's what y'all gotta realize. It's a business. I like the games. I like the products they put out, but they're like executive decisions. Like maybe it's not just Nintendo. Maybe I don't know. I'm not keeping up with like Sony or Microsoft. I don't know what they would do with their IPs, but Nintendo just seems to be like so like hard set on just protecting their IPs just like relentlessly. But this is something else. Like Pokecore is now the trainer court instead after a huge robbery. Like this is insane. They had to change their logo and everything. Like this is this is not a good look with the 30th anniversary coming out. And like don't get me wrong, at the end of the day it makes sense. Like they had Poke in their name, but they couldn't have done this before, before this traction from this tragedy that just happened, they just had to swoop in, like, so someone behind their little like corporate office screen saw that, like, oh, they just got robbed for $100,000. Yeah, send that DMCA to them. Like, it's crazy. Okay, this is crazy. And okay, luckily they gained a lot of support. This store, but like I said, like the collectible market, y'all gotta be safe. If y'all have collections, at your houses and stuff, you might want to invest in safes. Like, I'm not even saying that as a joke at this point. Like, and there's like collectible insurance and everything like that. But y'all, this is just insane. Let me know what y'all think. I think this whole thing, it's horrible. The robbery even happened. Luckily, no one got hurt. But I think it's just super poor timing from Nintendo. I know they gotta protect their IP, but like, at what cost, bro? Like, no empathy whatsoever. Everyone's reaching out support, and then they send the DMCA. Like, I think it's kind of crazy. Maybe it's just bad timing, and they're doing what every company would do. But let me know what y'all think. And yeah, that's about it. Y'all have a good one, and peace.